What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk of the Ring Show. If you are new here, then you know what to do. Make sure you're hitting that subscribe button because this week we have 4 episodes. I don't know how that happened. I just booked that many, and it's okay because it's my birthday week, so we going out, we gonna party. So today, this wrestler, I'm not really a fan of. No, I'm just kidding. He's kind of a heel, so I mean, I guess it's all right, I guess. But let's give a warm welcome to Chris P.
Hello.
Hello, how are you today?
I am doing great. And actually, from my last match at the Sanctuary from last season, I am not a heel.
Okay, so the last time I seen you, you were a part of like the Walker clan kind of thing. So
Yeah, that's behind me now.
yeah, but it was there.
Yeah, but that's in the past. You gotta think of the present.
Yeah, I guess whatever. But anyways, or if people don't know, where do you train?
I
Yeah.
train and mostly like stay out of the Sanctuary. It's in Hazleton, Pennsylvania. You can also catch it Sanctuary PATV on YouTube, and I mostly just train and hang out there. I did work at like 2 other promotions, but like mostly the Sanctuary.
Okay. So like obviously the Sanctuary is a little different than like some of the other promotions and
Yeah.
more stunt studio. How long would you say like you trained before you got like a legit match, or was it kind of just a work in progress?
So that was a little like convoluted because I did take a year off for college. So
Mhm.
I've been training with my cousin Vince Torres for
Yeah.
a little bit. He started a month before me actually. So I think I've been like around for like 2 years. I think I trained for like a 6 months to a year, and then in between that 6 months to a year, I went to college for a year and then came back and started training again. And then I had a spur of the moment. We were training one day, and John Trotsky, the owner of the Sanctuary, was talking to us and was like, "Do you want to work your cousin tomorrow?" This was the day before his show. We were sitting there like, "Sure," and then we just started going over a match and putting together some things.
No, I mean, personally, I can say I'm a fan of, Vince because
Oh,
obviously everyone's a fan of him. Come on. I mean, although I'm not like cool with what he did to Precious, it's all right though. It's cool. It is what
part
it
of the business. It's part of the business.
is. It's fine.
Happens all the time.
No, for
He
real.
he did kind of turn face with me because my last match Sanctuary was with him. It was
Okay.
an interesting match.
No, and that's a one show I freaking missed too, knowing it was like, it's fine. It's all
Yeah,
right.
I did
But
all divey stuff and
no, I mean, at least you put the effort in and like
yeah,
you worked
yeah.
your ass off out there. So go for it.
The outcome wasn't desirable, but
No,
it was a hell of a match. I'll give you that.
no, I mean, I love the Sanctuary. It's totally like I'm so used to like all the other promotions, but like when I started going to the Sanctuary with my stepdad Brandon, who's he's friends with someone part of your family, and he's seen you like he's known you forever, something along that line.
Yes?
Yeah, I mean, next time.
Probably my stepdad.
Probably, I don't know, somewhere along there, they've known each other forever, whatever. And then I was like, yeah, I don't like that one. He come out here, he was like, I mean, you were, I think, with Johnny Moran at that point. Everyone on here knows how much hate I got for Johnny Moran.
What did Johnny Moran do?
I don't know. He's just one that's gonna get smacked one day. I'm telling you.
Well,
Maybe by me. Who knows?
well, I think he's retiring now. So
I mean, it doesn't matter. I can still see him around. He lives in the area. If I travel, be like, yo, what's up?
just
No,
random, like just drive by, slap to the face, just like yeah, no reason, just keep walking.
yeah, I mean, I get no. I'm just
Mm-mm.
So, who or what got you into wrestling?
Funny thing, it's a similar story to Vince Torres, my cousin, because we grew up together, of course, back in a 1-bedroom family apartment with like 7 different kids, mostly his siblings, his mom, my mom, our grandma, grandfather, and stuff like that. and my grandfather would just turn on wrestling. Basically similar story to what Vince is. I also did watch a little bit of SmackDown and stuff and Raw with my uncle, who I lived with after the whole 12 people in one bedroom family apartment. That was rough. I will give you some insight. Vince does not stay still when he's sleeping. He just moves around constantly. So, but he would my uncle, my grandfather would he had like a hearing problem, so he would blast SmackDown and Raw at 100% volume so he can hear it. And if we didn't like it, we were forced to watch it. So we better have found a liking into it. And then a couple years later, took a couple breaks from watching it. I wasn't really into the product anymore. And then my cousin started training at the sanctuary. Now me and my cousin have been going to the sanctuary for forever, like since we were like 10 years old, like kids. And then he started training, and then he's like, "Oh, why don't you come by and start training?" So I did. So Vince Torres got me into wrestling.
I love that because
Got me into training.
he's actually in the chat. No, he says, "I'm always ready to wrestle even when I'm sleeping." Let me tell you, I have cousins, I have my brother, like I've in the non-weirdest way possible. I've obviously slept next to like obviously family members, whatever. And these like it doesn't matter. They be kicking punch. I'm like, bro, you gonna get thrown if you kick me one more time in your sleep. But
yeah, it was kind of unavoidable because it was a little like it was like I think a full like full plus or queen size mattress, but we were like fairly close together in a living room with like 6 other people. And
I mean, I'm kind of glad. I'm grateful for my big ass room then, because I don't have to share with nobody. I don't have to. Nope. You stay.
I don't have to share with anyone now, but like back then it was it's chaos. You could only imagine 6 little kids in a house, a 1-bedroom apartment, had 1 kitchen, 1 living room, and then a hallway, and that was it.
That's crazy. So, for you, what would you say is your favorite thing about wrestling?
Honestly, the friends I made within wrestling, because when I moved up to Pennsylvania, I lived in New York, and I really didn't have many people to hang out with or connect with outside of like I went to work, came back, and literally stayed online all day. It kind of brung me out my comfort zone because I am the most awkward individual in person. I will say that kind of brung me out my comfort zone and got me to meet some people and people I can call like my best friends now, because we've literally blood, sweat, and tears. Not blood. We don't do blood at the sanctuary.
No,
but sweat, but sweat and tears have gone on that mat with these people, and like I could forever be grateful that I met them.
No, absolutely. I love that. I mean, I've been told like, so I went to the sanctuary before, like it was forever ago. And then I stopped going and I was into like the other promotions, whatever. And then like one day my dad's like, okay, we're going to the sanctuary. I was like, okay, whatever. So we go to the show. I'm like, I actually really like this. And then like, so I was like, okay, we got to go for every show. And then after that, everyone's like, well, are you going to start training? You're going to start training. And Precious is like, you should start training. I'm like, bro, I don't have an excuse because I live like in the Hazleton area, because my excuse before was like all these training centers. I was like, oh, it's like an hour away or whatever. And now it's like, well, it's like not even 15 minutes away. There's no excuse now. So
you're going to start training?
I don't know. I mean,
it's a very comfortable bump. I will tell you that. It's different from other rings. There's like 4 to 5 inches of padding on that mat.
I mean, I'll think about it. I mean, I don't know if anyone knows this yet, but the sanctuary is returning, I think, the
March 1st.
Yeah. And I will be doing interviews there. So, it's going to be fun. I'm excited. So, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know about the training thing. I'll have to think about it. I'll have to sleep on it. But
if you're going to be doing interviews, you might as well just take a couple bumps while you're there, You're going to be there anyway.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I'll think about it. I don't know.
Gotta get that conditioning up. I don't even have the conditioning anymore. I've been out of it for for the winter time.
Exactly. So we'll see. Maybe no, I was gonna say maybe my first bump will be against you, but I'm okay. I don't got that muscle. Let me build up some muscle and I'll start some training.
I don't got muscle either.
All right. So so somewhere along the lines you smack like a girl. No, I'm just kidding.
I did wrestle a female wrestler before.
No, I wasn't saying that you didn't.
She beat me though, but like that's not the point.
Okay, so that makes it makes sense then where we stand. Anyways, so what would you say is the hardest part about wrestling for you?
Cardio.
Yeah.
Cardio. It's all about cardio. And
Yep.
I don't have any. I don't. It's so bad. I was getting better a little bit with the cardio. Also the remembering of certain spots like that we have to do. I have a terrible memory. So like I get lost during a match. I just let it go. I just let the flow take me.
Yeah.
But mainly cardio. Cardio sucks.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, I just got a freaking Planet Fitness membership, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go. And then the day comes, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna go today. But like my best friends, some of my friends, they're always at the gym, and they're like, I'm doing it. I'm like, good. You can have fun.
You see that procrastination right there? That's what's stopping you.
Yeah, but you are not one to talk. You just said cardio, so.
Yeah, but like during the summertime and last winter, I did go to the sanctuary almost every week and every day. So like that was a whole full body workout in itself. Like my cousin's not light, okay?
No,
Lifting him up is crazy.
I bet. I mean, I could probably never. So probably.
I feel bad for anyone who lifts me up. I'm not light.
Yeah, no, who knows? Maybe one day, someone a part of the Walker clan will just freaking do it.
What?
They just lift you up.
Oh, I've been lift up. I didn't say it was.
No, I'm saying like, okay, whatever. Anyways, so let's say one of the fans come up to you at the sanctuary, and they're like, I want to do exactly what you're doing. What advice would you give them?
Just start. If you want to do it, like you got to get over that fear because like human bodies aren't meant to fall, but like just start somewhere. Like watch videos on it. Go to a training center. Come to the sanctuary. Just start doing it because like you never know what you're going to like if you're gonna like it or not if you just don't start it.
No, absolutely. And I think also like the cool thing about wrestling is like you could even start like obviously a lot of people always start as a fan and then they like grow their love into it. And then at some point, like even if you don't want to be a wrestler, there's those like other opportunities that you can do, obviously, like the interviewing, the refereeing, whatever.
Camera work, production, like there's so many spots that you can fill to be in with the wrestling world. And about that fan, look at Jorge. He was a fan. He was a fan for a while, and he came one day, got into the Stampede somehow. I don't know how he got into the Stampede. Got into the Stampede somehow, and he's been training and working with us ever since.
No, I mean, I think he's really he's good at what he does, but he kind of ditched me on the pot. No, I'm not gonna say it like that. He didn't ditch me. Something came up, but along the lines, he ditched me, and so,
I did beat him for the spotlight. So I mean
that makes up for it then.
Yeah. I got him back for you. Don't worry.
Yeah,
I got him back for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I was thinking into the future. I was like, Jorge's gonna ditch someone along the line. Let me just smack him up a little bit.
Yep. Perfect. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So now if you had to choose, you ever got the opportunity of AEW and WWE, which one do you think you would pick?
Oh, probably WWE because I know the product a lot better. Like I am gonna get up at 4 a.m. to watch Elimination Chamber next week.
Good. You let me know how that goes because I'm gonna be sleeping.
My sleep schedule is already messed up to like I'm already up at 4 a.m. technically to go to work, so I mean it works out for me. I'm gonna be up at 4 in the morning. I'm gonna have all my snacks ready to go, and I'm just gonna be watching. I'm gonna be blasting Elimination Chamber at 4 a.m. I don't care who's not awake or not. But it would probably be WWE because I know the product a lot more. And plus, like, who doesn't want to work with Cody Rhodes? Like,
No, for sure. I mean, you can do that. Have fun waking up at 4 o'clock to watch it. I mean, I'll be sleeping probably till about like 11, 12 o'clock. So you have fun with that. No, I'm just kidding.
you can
But
watch it on Peacock. It's on repeat.
yeah, maybe. We'll see. So now speaking of like an overall dream, if you could face anyone, it doesn't matter, alive, dead, AEW, WWE, whatever, who would you want to face?
That's a tough one. I never really thought about a dream match of mine because my I honestly just love working with the people that I have now,
Mhm.
and if we had ropes, me and my cousin were gonna go insane. It was gonna be a great match, but like I've only like worked like faced my cousin a couple of times. You would think it would be like countless hundreds of times, but I've only faced my cousin a couple times, and that last match at the Sanctuary was one of my best. I don't know about Vince. Vince is getting around there. He's getting all the good matches, all the good promotions, but like if I had to choose, you gotta go to the top of the company, though, right? You gotta go to the tribal chief himself,
Oh
Roman, right?
Lord, let
You
me
got
tell you, I am so tired about hearing like everything's always like every time I watch it. I'm not a huge TV person. I don't really watch TV. Like I only go to the indie shows. So when I actually sit down and I watch like WWE, I'm like I already know what's gonna be the first thing on that TV. It's gonna be Roman Reigns. It comes on Roman Reigns. I'm like that's it. I called it. Everything's Roman Reigns. I'm like bro, he had his reign. It needs to go. Like I don't care who gets the title. It gotta go.
I only say Roman Reigns right now because one, he's with The Rock right now. Who doesn't love The Rock?
No, I mean that's
I
where
I get to meet The Rock, Roman, and I get to face Roman, and then I'll be like, then I win, and then I become Universal Champion.
yeah, I mean, I would even be fine with you winning the title. Like, I am so tired of freaking what's this Roman Reigns and like The Rock, like you just said, he's loved no matter what. Like he be saying some messed up stuff and the crowd still loves him. I'm like,
I love Heel Rock. Heel Rock is it's been too long.
yeah. I was not expecting it when they were doing that whole like I forgot what it was called, but when they were like it was Roman and The Rock, they were talking while Seth Rollins and what's his name? Cody Rhodes came out and then Rock smacked the shit out. I was like, whoa. Whoa.
Yeah. On a press conference, on a stage, just
like,
straight up just whacked. And you heard it too. That was that contacted. That was like full on contact, full on smack. And then I can't wait. I can't wait till this WrestleMania. Cody's gonna get to finish his story. I actually, if I could find it, I have a little Cody Rhodes. Oh, my dropped my phone. I have a little Cody Rhodes Funko Pop right here, so he's definitely gonna finish his story.
No, for sure. I mean, for a while, I was not a Cody Rhodes fan. I was like, yo, it was almost just like CM Punk. Everything was Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. I was like, okay, I'm not a fan, but like now with the whole bloodline shit, like I'm like, yeah, I'm invested. I'm like, Cody Rhodes needs to finish his story, do his thing. If he wins that title, I'm fine with it.
If he wins that title, then he's the top dog, and I will face him.
Yeah, I mean, as long as Roman doesn't have it for another year, if he has it for one more year, I'm gonna like cry.
I think the fans are like, in terms of like realism, words, I can't do them. I think the fans are getting pretty tired of Roman, like you were saying, like they're getting. It's been 3 years, and this man is still champ, and like he's on a part-time schedule.
No, he literally probably wrestles like once or twice a year, and that's it. I'm like, Well, meanwhile, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins and all them other wrestlers are there like every week, busting their ass off. Even while injured, some of them still do.
But in terms of a business standpoint, Roman is bringing in more and bringing in a lot of money.
Yeah.
And now that he has The Rock on his team, the Bloodline is definitely bringing in a lot of money.
No, for sure. Like, I think The Rock was a smart choice that they made. And everyone was so mad because they were like, oh my God, The Rock sold Cody Rhodes' story. And then now
I don't think he stole his story. Cody Rhodes has this one WrestleMania to make up for the last year's WrestleMania. He's a 2-time Royal Rumble champ in a row. Royal Rumble winner, not champ. We're winner in a row.
Yeah.
2 years in a row, and now he's finally going back to facing Roman Reigns, and he's gonna win this time. No. I will bet money on that, and I don't bet money on WWE.
No, that's a smart thing. You shouldn't. Nobody should be betting anything on anything. Tell me how. This is completely off wrestling topic, but obviously the Super Bowl just happened, right? Mm-hmm. My team is the Chiefs. I love the Chiefs. I mean, like all the decorations still. I bet my brother, I was like, yo, I will bet you $5 that the Chiefs are going to win. He was like, okay, cool. We made a bet. I still didn't get my money from him. I was like, you know what? That's why I don't bet money, because I'm still waiting. But
gotta be on that. Gotta just just give the subtle notes at first. Just be like, you know, you owe me like this amount of money, right? You know, just saying for future.
Yeah, and I mean, if anything, I've been to a million different wrestling shows. I know how to put someone through a table. So if not, I'll just be like, hold on, let me hit up Vince or Chris P and be like, hey, I need you to put my brother through a table, and I'll pay you money.
Wait, so the money that you're gonna get, you're gonna just waste on someone putting him through.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, I'd be happy because my brother will learn his lesson and he won't do it again.
And I'll be down for that. I'm a message away. I'm a message.
Okay, absolutely.
I'll bring the whole crew with me.
For sure.
You'll get a triple power bomb through a table.
Hey, you get the money, you do what you want. Anyways, so how do you feel about like hardcore death style wrestling?
Oh.
Like Tarzan kind of stuff. Because I know he's one from the Sanctuary.
Personally, it has to be the right person. Like, it can't just be a normal match type. Like, it has to be for the right person, the right reason, maybe the right amount of money.
I mean, yeah.
Because like now that like hardcore deathmatch things, like there are indie promotions that do them every single week, and it's like, why? Like I can understand for the big like, oh, this is our pay-per-view moment type thing. Like, oh, this is gonna be a brutal matchup, but like at one point, like how much, like, because we've like wrestlers, stunt people, whatever you want to call them, already put their bodies through like so much, and I've taken bumps on normal rings. They suck so bad. To do that on like thumbtacks, barbed wires, tables, get your chair, and then like on top of all the thumbtacks in your back, you get like a chair to your back, a kendo stick. I actually have a kendo stick in my room. You get a kendo stick to the back, chairs, get through tables. Like, it's a lot. That's a lot of like in the wrestling world, you have a bump card, right? It's how many bumps you have left until you can't bump anymore.
Yeah,
you're just depleting that so much by doing like death matches every single week. Now, are they entertaining? Yeah, they're definitely entertaining. Like, watching someone go through a table, watching like all these like things, but like, will I ever feel like doing it? Has to be for the right reason and the right opponent.
No, absolutely.
And the money. If they offer me a good check, I might just be like, yeah, just you can do whatever you want to me.
No, I mean, I get it. I personally, if I ever be, I would be like, no. Like Tarzan, I don't know how that man does it because he almost does it like every weekend. I give it to him, but so many times I've been like, bro, how are you still alive? Like you probably should have been dead from half of the shit. Like I don't know, Tarzan. I mean,
Training and conditioning.
yeah, but to like do that to your body, like you said, that's gonna lower. This gonna cut your in real life and in wrestling. That's gonna cut your time.
Yeah. I've heard from the grapevine that getting put onto thumbtacks doesn't hurt as much as taking them out later.
Oh, so gross. Because I can just imagine, like, what? No,
Like,
ew.
one like put like going into thumbtacks, right? I've
Yeah,
I've never done it myself, but like I've stepped on a thumbtack before. Like
yeah,
it stings for like a couple seconds, and then you have to like, and then like it goes away.
yeah.
But when you fall on a thumb, when you land on a thumbtack, like you're gonna feel the pain, but your blood is also like I can't say the word adrenaline
Adrenaline,
adrenaline. Your blood is rushing through your veins.
yeah.
So like even during matches, like I don't really feel anything during matches because I have so much going on. After the match, though, when you have to go and take all those thumbtacks out, I can imagine it feels like 1,000 needles just coming out your back.
No, I mean, no, just the no. The thought of it just makes my body hurt, and I've no. Whenever Tarzan, that's why like when he posts like his videos, his clips, I'm like, nope, scroll past. I can't do this. I can't. But you know, if it's like you said, if it makes sense, if it's against the right person, if they're paying you good for it,
Also, if the story makes sense.
exactly. Like I would love to see, Roman Reigns go through like a death match and see what's gonna happen then. But the story makes sense. But who knows? We'll see.
It's all about the build up. The build up draws attention.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
there's no story and you're just going into a death match, then like I don't see the point in doing it. But if there's a big build up, like weeks of you going back and forth with this person, and then it comes to the point where you're just like done with it. It's one and done.
Yeah.
I want you in this type of match, in this type of stipulation, on this day. This is the day we settle it. And then it just goes wild.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I agree. If it makes sense, go for it. If you gonna put your body through that, go for it. But I'm not a fan of blood. So just know that you could work your ass off, but I ain't gonna be there. I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna be somewhere else.
I'll come back in when it's over.
Yeah, like let me know when it's over. I'll be there, but not during your match. Like I support you, but no, not happening.
Not happening. Oh,
But so I obviously asked like your overall goal, but now speaking on like the sanctuary or any like indie person right now, if you could face anyone, who would you want to face
oh.
other than your cousin? Because I'm sure you're gonna have a lot of those matches.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Indie scene? On the indies, like I've mostly been in my bubble at the sanctuary, so like I only know people that come through the sanctuary kind of. Uh and I've worked for in WXW one time. Uh that's another tough question. I have no clue. Like I'm down to wrestle with anyone.
Yeah,
I'm down to wrestle with absolutely anyone. I don't care as long as we put on a good showing. As long as as long as it's safe and we put on a good showing, I'm down to wrestle whoever. Like I got to do something with Tarzan and oh my god, this man is fast.
no, bro.
uh yeah, no, legit like like anyone. I would love to wrestle Jorge again. I love wrestling him. He's a great person to put a match together and just to go over it. I know you said not to mention Vince, but of course Vince. I would also like to wrestle Ricky Price.
I was literally gonna say that exact same thing. Literally.
We've only gotten to one thing together, and it was at Night of Survival, and it was a 5-on-5 type thing, like Survivor Series type match. And I enjoyed every second of it. I would love to he pinned me, so I need to get my payback. Like,
No, for sure.
I would honestly I would love to wrestle Ricky Price. He's a great guy to be around outside. Like,
Yeah,
we had a oh, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
No, go ahead.
We had a whole thing on Facebook where we were going back and forth with like brother thing, and we like photoshopped our faces very badly, by the way. Photoshopped our faces on two people, and we wrote a thing called brother. Like, it was hilarious for the day that it was going on for.
Yeah. I mean, I that's crazy because I was literally gonna say the same thing. But another one I think that you would have a great match with, and I don't hate him in like the outside world, but in the wrestling world, Junie Underwood. Man,
I think I wrestled with him.
I mean, if you did, great. But if you wrestle him again, that's even better because
it was a tag team with his girlfriend, and it was me and Johnny, and we lost.
Damn. that maybe I'll take that back. I mean, Junie is one, obviously. I've worked with him in other shows. He is one, like, he came on the podcast. He was such a face. Like, it was cool, whatever. And then I seen him in a show. He was a complete heel. I was like, no, excuse me. Watch yourself. Don't even.
Just try not to mix the real world with the wrestling world.
Exactly. I was like, okay, you want to be friendly on the podcast, but then in person, no, you want to get smacked? Like, I know how to smack. Like, my brother can vouch.
Big Cuz Moran.
Yo. I literally, when that whole thing was going on, I was like, is this man really related to Johnny Moran? My dad's like, I don't think so.
No, it was I hated it at first. It was such a story. It was a storyline that like popped up in the chat because of this person right here. Years ago. My mother, my mom was on the Sanctuary show in the ring on live video, and it was proclaimed that she was the mother of Johnny Moran.
Oh.
This was years ago. And then Vince brung it up in chat one day. And for some reason, everyone just popped for it. And I'm sitting here like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. But then I did it, and it was fine. It was great. I had fun. I had fun. So I thank Johnny for that, for doing all that. Plus, he was getting ready for retirement through all that.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to have a good time with like a storyline. And it was a fun time. It was a fun time.
No, for sure. I mean, I see Johnny Moran see me grow up. So me and him, it's a hate like kind of thing. I don't think he knows I dislike him, but I don't know. It's just something about him. Like, what I just want to, but I don't know. I think he's still too young to retire, but that he's old. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to him. He is old. Man should retire. No, I'm just kidding. But
damn.
That doesn't stop me from smacking him if I see him at a show.
You just want to smack everyone, don't you?
No. Actually, the only two people that I'm like up here with is Johnny Moran and Junie Underwood. Those are the only two that I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna smack him.
You see, this is why you need to train. You get into the ring, and then you can do that.
I mean, even if I don't, I could probably still do it. But Junie would probably kick my ass. So you're right. I do gotta get in the ring.
Yeah, you see that now you have a reason. Now you have a reason.
Not for sure. Yeah, I'll be like,
Don't
okay. This goes, it says both Morans retired, Chris P and Johnny. Damn. I mean, me personally, your cousin is trying to like up you in one. So
he always is.
Yeah.
That interesting match that I said me and my cousin had. Do you know the stipulation to that match? Have you watched it?
What, the last one?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Damn, not even watching the product. But anyways,
Hey. Go ahead.
The stipulation for that match was loser leave Sanctuary.
Oh.
Yeah.
So basically, you just kicked your cousin out.
No, he kicked me out. But
The fan. Okay.
But I turned we both kind of turned face in that situation because he had a whole speech afterwards and blah 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 blah, the hug and stuff like that. I do have a funny thing I want to do though. I'm technically not allowed in the sanctuary, but no one's stopping me from going to the building.
I mean,
So like technically I'm not allowed to perform at the sanctuary, but no one's stopping me from going into the building and, maybe rushing into the ring.
yeah. I mean, who knows? Mess up a match, steal someone's opportunity. I guess sounds pretty fun.
Or enter a big event that no one knows I'm gonna enter in.
Yeah, we're unaware. We don't know. But anyways, so Hector, who is also another wrestler in the industry, says, "I always tell you to get in the ring." I don't know. Maybe, who knows? But then Vince goes and says, "You're not allowed within 10 miles of this place."
That's pretty condescending because I live within 10 miles.
You can't live there anymore. I'm sorry, you gotta go.
I gotta leave. Apparently, I can't live here anymore.
You gotta move.
I'll take my dog and go.
You're like, that's it. I'm sorry, you live too close to Sanctuary. You gotta go.
Damn.
Wow. Anyway, so if you could wrestle anywhere, it doesn't have to be venue, but like wherever. If you could wrestle anywhere, where would you want to wrestle?
Ooh. One, I would like to travel, so probably in New Japan, even though I know they're pretty stiff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like because I would love to visit Japan one day.
Mhm.
So like a dream venue would probably be in NJPW and wrestling with their crew, and that would probably be the day I do the death match because that's in Japan. Like, you cannot.
I see. So, do you have like a specific warm up you do before you like come out? I can't say this the curtain because at the sanctuary it's a stage. So, do you have a specific warm up you do on show day?
I'm mainly just like one we go over a match, of course, because we're getting rid of kayfabe, but we go over a match, and before I go out, I'm usually just trying to hype myself up. Probably, I'm honestly just trying to calm myself down. I have very, very bad nerves, and like I said, I'm awkward, so like kind of stage fright, and I do all that. I'm also afraid of heights, but we're not getting it. But I mainly just try to hype myself up before I go in. Like, do a little jump back and forth. I'm pretty sure you've seen videos of backstage people and like the gorilla positions, what they call it. Just like doing like hopping back and forth, trying to get their self hype. That's mainly what I do before a match. Like, I'm always going over the match in my head. Like, it's going through my head. But to hype myself up, I'm just like, I take my deep breaths. I'm standing in front of the curtain, and when they call my name, that's when the blood starts rushing through my. So,
no, I get it because the nerves. I mean, I like made my. I can't say wrestling because I'm not a wrestler, but I made my debut last year as like a ring announcer, commentary, whatever, which I couldn't survive. Like at that point, I had my co-host. I'm like, I think you're going to have to take the team because I think I'm going to die. I ended up toughing it out at some point. I don't know how, but I get it. So
See,
when I'm backstage, I'll be like, I'm exactly what you're doing. I'm not a wrestler, but I'm like, yo, what if like what? Like I have to speak in front of these people. What if I mess up? Like, you know?
that's the one thing we don't really have to speak in front of them. Well, we do for promos and stuff,
Yeah.
which is where stage fright comes into play. But like
Yeah.
during a show, you just have to play a character. Like it's it's different when like you have blood rushing through your veins. You're like I keep saying that because I can't say the other word. The A word. I cannot say it.
Adrenaline.
Adrenaline.
It's all
We're just gonna go past that.
yeah, it's fine.
It's like it's really different when you're out there wrestling in terms of when you're out there like commentating,
Yeah.
ring announcing what you're gonna do, backstage interviews. Like it's a different thing because like we really our communication is with the other person in the ring. That's where our
Yeah.
communication lies. I mean, of course, we're gonna act to the crowd and stuff, but like that's all a part of like the act that we
Yeah.
bring on. I forgot where I was going with this, but yeah, no, yeah. That's like it's nerves, but like we don't like. I have the nerves, but in the ring, I don't have the nerves. I don't. I'm just gonna
No,
shut up.
I get I get it. I get it. So we have Jorge in the chat saying Chris P warms up to Tyler. You can't I can't speak either, but you see what he said.
Shoulders.
And then he says, damn.
I don't even know who Wardlow is.
I kind of. Anyways. So now if you can like tag, obviously you probably tagged with your cousin, obviously you said, but if you could tag with anyone else in the sanctuary or in the indies, who would you want to tag with?
Jorge. After he just did all that to me, Jorge.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, because you like are spot on with the heels. So I don't know if I've ever seen Jorge as a heel. I've seen him as face. So I mean, I don't know how that's kind of probably gonna be like a Precious and Vince kind of thing. Like Precious, straight face. Vince, he could be like a bad guy, a heel, but so I don't know.
Yeah. Vince has a lot of pent up frustration that he lets out when he's heel. But yeah, no, Jorge. And the main reason for that, I love working with him. We get along so well. Our chemistry in ring, me and Crispy put bangers on. Yeah, my chemistry in the ring with him, like it just took off. Like our first match together, we had like a really like I one of my favorite matches is with Jorge, and like being able to tag with the guy that like you fought with and are friends with, like being Jorge, our friends, guys. It's part of an act. I don't actually hate him. He did cost me a tag titles though. Just saying. But yeah, Jorge for the simple reason we have so much chemistry. We have so much chemistry together, and it was so weird to me when that happened because it was just like this. Like we got along really well, and then like we put on a match together and it went really well. And yeah, Jorge, like yeah, Jorge Wapo.
Yep. I mean, like I said before, I'm a fan of Jorge, but you know where I'm headed with that. Not intentionally, but you know, you kind of ditched me. No, it's okay. It's all right. It makes up for me, obviously, doing the interviews at the sanctuary now. So if I don't get like an interview with him then I don't know. Like me and Jorge gonna have some problems. I'm just kidding.
That's what
Like,
you have another reason to get in the ring. You just get in the
Tell me how. So I used to work at Boyers in Hazleton, obviously, and I've seen Jorge. I think like in there like 2 or 3 times, and every like right before the podcast too. I was like, okay, I'll send you the link, whatever. And then he was like, nah, I don't like you. No, I'm just
kidding. Gotta get in that ring. Gotta get in that ring now.
Yeah.
You have 3 reasons. You have 3 reasons to get in the ring. Now it's just unavoidable. You just have to step foot into it and start taking your bumps.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, you know what? I'll even put the crash pad down. That's an extra 4 inches of padding on top of the 4 inches of padding.
All right, we got a deal. Maybe actually let it get a little warmer first because it's kind of cold, and I'm one to be cold like 24/7. So maybe just a little bit.
It's the best place to train in the cold. You get it's short. You're short of breath a lot faster, but like it pays off in the end.
Yeah, like you're sitting there, you can't breathe, but it's fine. That's the struggle. That's where the like blood, sweat, and tears goes into wrestling.
Yeah. Jorge's got beef with you.
Hey, I didn't know. I don't got beef with you. I'm simply saying that we never did the podcast. I mean, but it's all right. You know, it's cool. It was the same thing with Mr. MIT. Me and him for so long, I was like, okay, come on the podcast. And then we booked that and we never got to do it. And then, yeah. So me and MIT also had some beef, but he's coming on my birthday. So I guess it makes up. He made up for it.
Happy early birthday, by the way.
Thank you. And obviously, so first Hector says a crash pad. Wow, that's lucky. I need that when I started.
Come to the sanctuary. It's like a walking crash pad.
I mean, I think that's I don't know. I always said, obviously, like with trainings, I was like, it's so far. And like, obviously, I'm going to pay that much money and drive also like an hour and a half. So I was like, I don't know. But then, like, at the same time, it's so cool. Like, all the wrestlers that are actually there, like, obviously, you, Vince, and whoever, like, is actually in the area. So it's like, it's cool.
Yeah, you have Jorge in the area, Vince in the area. Precious lives a couple. He's a bit away, but like me in the area, like you have a lot of people in the area that could literally teach you how to take a bump.
I guess I should stop to procrastinate then. Well, yeah.
Especially Vince. Vince is a really good teacher.
No.
He'll be able to tell you. He'll be able to, he actually, fun fact, he taught Jorge most of the stuff that he does. So he's a really good teacher. So.
I love that. No, yeah. Okay. So obviously the sanctuary is different than other shows and it doesn't have the ropes. What is that experience like for you?
No rope. We haven't had ropes in a while. One, because of Precious and Ricky, they snapped the ropes.
Damn it, Precious.
Yeah, Ricky went off the ropes during his match and it just snapped. Having no ropes is like, it's kind of like, I would say it's weird to us, but it's really not weird to us anymore.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, like, fans are like, where are the ropes? Like, why aren't there no ropes?
Mm-hmm.
But like, wrestling without ropes, like, it does open a little bit because it's like, oh, now we don't have ropes to do rope breaks. We don't have ropes to do this. Like, we have a free open mat to do whatever we want. And Andre, of course, figure out a way to still do all his flippy stuff without ropes. Would I like ropes? Yeah. I like me like I said, if we had ropes, me and my cousin had a banger of a match that we put on. Like we it would have been wild, that match, but like we had to settle with what we did. And
no, I mean, I like it. I think it's cool. It's different because, like, obviously you go to another show, they're gonna have the ropes, but like, I don't know, it makes it different. That's why I think what made me like the sanctuary even more. And I can't say, I'm gonna say Andre's another one that I have not beef with, but me and him talked for like a bit. He was like, "Okay, I'll come on the podcast. We'll have some fun," and he never came on.
You see, I'm simple. You asked me to do a podcast, and I'm like, sure. And here I am. And I even got out of work, like, and I came on. So like, they have no excuse.
Exactly. I mean, and it's so laid back. You don't have to be in character. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, I'm just kidding. It's fine. It's okay. Whatever. But like you said, it just gives me more reasons to start training.
Yeah, start getting the ring. Yeah. You're gonna be there more often because you're gonna be doing your interviews. You might as well just dabble in a little bit,
right?
Like maybe you have like a segment where someone has beef with you and they just come and like clothesline you into the mat. Like maybe
they don't like training first.
They don't like your interviews, or they just like come in.
Okay. let me work on the training before we even think about spearing me, putting me through. No. let me get some training first. Actually, I was gonna hit up you after. I'll be like, hold on, let me hit up Vince and be like, hey, I need some training. Be like, I don't know about Crispy, I don't know about Jorge or Andre, but Vince, he's
Andre's another good teacher. He'll show you all the flippy stuff.
okay. So if people want to find you on social media, where can they find you at?
The Crispy Official on Instagram. It went through a lot of different variations, but that is the one I decided on. Populo Chris, I believe, on Facebook, and that's about it. And if you want to like catch my matches, Sanctuary PATV on YouTube, they're all live streamed and uploaded. You can catch every one of them. You can even catch my awkward WXW show for Alpha.
That's lovely. So obviously you've had like your time and like you still got. I'm hoping. I'm not saying this with any mean bone in me. You still got your time in wrestling. You're still young, I guess you could say. Hopefully you're wrestling forever. No, but
Yeah.
point being, the question is, if it had to come in like your, I don't know what's it called, like in your option, if you had to choose like your way of retiring, what is your way? Like an injury, a mindset thing, or just an age thing where you're like,
oh, my way of retiring. One, I would like honestly, if I had to like officially retire from wrestling,
mhm.
I would want to do it with the person I started with, which was my cousin Vince. I know I'm bringing him back into the mix again for the 50th time, but like if I ever had to officially retire from doing anything involved in wrestling, it would have to be with that man. To me, it's like making a full circle.
Mm-hmm.
I started with him. He was my first match.
I love
He was
that.
my first match. We trained together. It was literally us two training together for months before everyone else showed up. Like it was just us. And we went through some rigorous like 90-degree weather heat, like training, like clotheslining each other, suplexing, chaining. Like it was a fun time. It was a very, very fun time. And then it's what I would like to end it with.
I mean, and that's where it also like plays in again. Like it makes sense. It's like a story. Like it's like your own personal kind of story. Like you started, you want to finish. So like,
yeah, that's my finish to the story. My retirement, like obviously, like we had that loser leave sanctuary match at the sanctuary.
but that's over. We don't remember that.
It's only on live on YouTube. Like,
yeah, but if they don't remember, it's fine.
But it's a really good match, so I'd like people to watch it.
Okay, well then you can stay out of no.
We just don't remember the stipulation, but we can remember the match.
Yeah, the match went like amazing, but like Crispy, yeah, you're still a part of like the sanctuary. Like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. I'm gonna turn into the R-Truth of the sanctuary.
Bro, I can just imagine that too.
Said I'll pop up somewhere.
Whatever. So if people want to find you at some upcoming shows, where can they find you at? Just Sanctuary?
Probably just the Sanctuary for now. I did do some shows in New York. Another fun story before. I know you go for like an hour or so. Another fun story. Another fun story. My cousin really wants to wrestle in New York.
Mm-hmm.
He has way more experience than I do, and I got a booking in New York before he did.
Damn. Poor
in a 20x20 ring.
Wow.
It was a battle royale, but like I still got that booking. And
yeah.
By the way, 20x20 ring. If you ever, I don't know, have you ever stepped foot in a 20x20, or if it's
not.
So it is so much bigger than a 16x16. Like is what we the 16x16 is what we have at the sanctuary, right? 16x16 feet. I stepped foot in the 20 ring and I tried running the ropes, and I was like, this is strange, because like you have to like your strides a lot more, And you still got to do like it's a 3-step. Like you touch the rope, 1, 2, 3, turn, and then come back. But like your stride is so much wider because you're running a 20 by 20. It's so much different. But I still got that booking in New York before my cousin did. So, same.
I mean, Vince, if you still watching personally, I wouldn't like. He's just like rubbing it in your face. So me personally, I wouldn't take that. But I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and then me, Jorge, and Vince wrestled for Alpha, the Wild Samoan, at his show WXW.
I love that. Yeah, I feel you, Vince. That's what I'm trying to say. But it's cool. It's cool. But thank you so much, Chris P, for coming on. It was fun. Having a blast. Everyone make sure you go give him a follow because he's gonna be doing
desperate. I'm desperate.
I didn't say it. That was him. Anyways, guys, make sure you're following the Sanctuary. There's their little poster thing. So March 1st. Make sure obviously you're checking them out. So I'll be there. March 2nd, I'll be at High Ground. So make sure you guys are checking them out as well. And then obviously New Era is still in the works. They finally released their date. So make sure you're following them. And I will be back 3 more times this week. So enjoy your weekend, guys, or week, whatever. Yeah, bye.